Top of the AM to you, YouTube. Top of the AM to you, world. Shout out to all my subscribers, man. Shout out to all my peoples that are rocking with me, man. A shout out, man, to my homie, man. Motherfucking Pistol Prince. My other homie, man, General Red. And we're going to get into this, man. Now, I know y'all looking at the screen like, man, what the fuck is this shit, man? What the fuck is this shit, man? I'm about to break it down to you, man, what the fuck this shit is, man. You know what I'm saying? For all my new subscribers, man, and for my listeners, man, let me tell you something, man. When I speak on game topics, I myself already lived that life. You know what I'm saying? I'm non-active, man. I don't condone or promote the killing and destruction of my people, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't indulge in none of that, man. I don't indulge in none of that. You know, we lost way too many, man, to the penal system and to death and into the cemetery, man. It's 2018, and the positions that we playing right now, man, our kids need us, you know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm promoting, man. And my channel is strictly about giving advice and lesson learns, man, and also for us to build, you know what I'm saying? But with this topic right here, man, we're gonna get into it with these LGBT, every letter out of the alphabet motherfuckers, man. You know what I'm saying? And as you can see on the screen, they added something new to the list, man. That's LGBTP, which is pedosexual, you know what I'm saying? And what this pedosexual shit is, man, for all of you that don't know, it's pedophilia, you know what I'm saying? That's pedophilia, man. Basically saying that love is ageless. Basically saying that these motherfuckers have a right to either look or get involved with kids, man. All that little sick, twisted, sadistic, backwards, non-logic, non-reality way of living and thinking. You know what I'm saying? And I've been seeing this coming down the pipe for a very long time, man. You know what I mean? I've been seeing this coming down the pipe for a very long time, man. And, you know, everybody was basically talking about that a lot of things were ushering in ever since, you know, Obama passed these laws allowing these homosexuals to marry each other and promoting that lifestyle, you know what I'm saying? But what you got to understand, people, it was a demonic thing that Barack Obama did. A very demonic thing. But at the same time, it was purely motivated by money and whoever was financially backing him. And the gay community had the money and the funding to back him in order for him to get done what they wanted him to get done. You know what I mean? Us as black people, for whatever reason, man, we don't pull our resources when it comes to these politicians and shit. So what I'm basically saying is that, man, you know, Barack Obama really didn't sympathize or give two shits about these motherfuckers in the lesbian and gay community, you know what I mean, that was living their life or whatever. He just ushered and passed that little marriage bill, man, because it's a money thing. That's how politics work, you know what I'm saying? If you can financially fund and back them and usher in the votes behind them, they gonna fuck with you. They're working and basically do things that you want them to do and sway it, you know what I'm saying? However, his act and the stroke of that pen, man, typing in that keyboard, you know what I'm saying, allowing these motherfuckers to marry in an attempt to normalize their lifestyle, it opened up a whole can of worms, man. A whole can of worms. You know, me as a heterosexual male, man, straight black pride, you know what I'm saying? With the lesbian gay aspect, what they do behind closed doors, what they do in their sex in the town, honestly, I personally don't give two shits. It has no bearing on my life. You know, if that's what you into, you know what I mean, just keep that shit wherever the fuck it is that you reside at and whatever it is that you do. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got to intermingle with that. I don't care about none of that. But when you get the bisexual and the transgender element coming into play, now that crosses the lines, that crosses the lines, that crosses boundaries, you know what I'm saying? There's foundations that are shook. There's morals, and there's a consciousness that's shifted into savagery. You know what I'm saying? With the bisexual, that's just, to me, utter confusion. Utter confusion. Transgender falls in the same guidelines as utter confusion and chaos to me, as well as bisexual. I mean, at least with the lesbian and gay shit, I mean, you know what it is. You know what I'm saying? They ain't holding no punches like, yo, look, you know, I like this person and I like that person. But I mean, you know what it is, that's what it is, okay. I know you for what it is. That's where you stand at. All right, boom. I know how to move around you, you know what I'm saying? When you're dealing with this old bisexual and this transgender shit, you know what I'm saying? Now you're stepping into a situation, man, that's just utterly chaos and confusion, man, all across the ball. You know what I mean? Just pure savagery. And like I've been saying, I've been seeing this coming down the pipe for a long time, man. You know what I'm saying? Once this transgender shit start to pop off, where they start ushering in these these bathrooms to make these certain people in the population feel a certain way. You know, a man that identifies as a woman that identifies as a man, which is just all non-logical. It's not based in no form of reality. It's just you playing fucking dress up, or you're being a fucking, I don't know, going to a Halloween party basically for the rest of your life and dealing with it day in and day in and day out. You know what I mean? You never stepping out of that role. This is what I mean. That's just utterly confusing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, with that transgender shit, man, if you're a man that identifies as a woman or vice versa, I'm not going to call you what you identify with. I'm going to call you who you are. You know what I'm saying? Because me personally, me growing up, man, I loved the Incredible Hulk. And if you're allowed to do that, then I should be allowed to paint my whole body green. You know what I'm saying? I should be allowed to fucking grow these expansive muscles on some surgery shit, you know what I mean? And wear these fucking ripped purple jeans and identify as the Incredible Hulk. And go to work like that, you know what I'm saying? Live my day to day like that. Get checks in that name and everything, because that's who I identify with. See where I'm going with this shit, people? You know what I mean? It's just utterly confusing, man. But as more as behind the scenes, this was being ushered in, man. I knew that this pedophilia shit was coming into play, man. I knew this pedophilia shit was coming into play, man. I knew it was coming into play. I knew it was becoming into play, man. I knew it was coming into play. Because I'm gonna keep it real with you, man. All this shit is just fucking, this is white sex. That's white sex behavior. You know what I'm saying? That's white sexual acts. And black people, for the most part, man, being brainwashed and induced with that shit, you know what I mean? Talking about, it's a natural way of living and motherfuckers was gay on the plantation. Get the fuck out of here with all that bullshit, man. Miss me with all that fucking bullshit. Miss me with all that fucking bullshit. That shit is utterly savagely, man. Utterly savagely. You know what I'm saying? No animals on gay, none of that. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. There's documented facts, man. I mean, there was even, an Asiatic black man who was a food scientist out there in California. You can Google him. And this individual noticed that in this laboratory, man, they were injecting hormones in these foods in this laboratory, man, with these frogs and rats and shit, and it was making them desire the same sex. They was basically turning these frogs and these lab animals gay, and these were the hormones they were injecting into the food, feeding the population of us. You know what I'm saying? So do your research, man. Like I said, read Behold the Pale Horse, and you'll see what's going on. It's strictly and purely population control. Strictly and purely population control. You know what I'm saying? And also at the same time, I mean, as the Europeans, man, this is their society. This has been going on, you know, since the Greeks, Romans, and all that shit. You know what I mean? Yes, the pictures with the little boy angels flying around. Yeah, man, that was, you know what I'm saying? That was pedophilia, man. That's how they got down in ancient times, man. That's their society. You know what I'm saying? Where we, as a group of black people, are stranded and residing at, we're living in their culture. You know what I'm saying? But this is who they truly are. This is who they truly are. You know what I'm saying? And if you look at America's history, on a low, America's always been promoting this whole pedophilia bullshit. And I'm going to drop a gem on you right here, man. For my audience, man, if you can recall Shirley Temple. Now, I wasn't born around that time, and I know you wasn't born around that time, but you know what I'm saying? If you could look at these commercials, man, of them broadcasting her DVDs, or these movies that she played in, and how much of a great, you know, child actress she is, man. You know, just think about this shit, man. You know, that little girl was being promoted. I believe she was like fucking 5 or 6 or 7. You know what I'm saying? Dancing on stage and shit. Just all out of character for her. You know what I'm saying? And her audience were these hardcore grown ass men. And the crowd chanting her name, talking about we want Shirley and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's pedophilia, man, on the low. You know what I'm saying? The society been fucking boosting that up. The society been trying to promote that. Look at all these fucking, you know what I'm saying, little kid pageants they got going on now and shit. On TLC and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? The little star girl that got killed, I want to say, I think around like 97 or some shit. Janae Bonet or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? All these little kids with this beauty pageant shit, man. All that's trace of pedophilia, man. Who's catering to that audience, man? Who's watching that shit? You know what I'm saying? Open up your eyes, man. But like I said, man, with this pedophilia shit that they trying to pass off with this pedosexual shit now, trying to make it acceptable, I knew that this shit was coming down the pipe, man. I knew that this was coming down the pipe, man. I knew when they allowed these lesbians and gays to marry, that shit was going to open up Pandora's box into utter savagery. I knew it. If everybody had come out of that street ethic, y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about. I was locked up. Been in the penitentiary, man. Around these fucking child sex offenders, man, and they had fucking privileges where they were mainly the trustees of the COs. You know what I'm saying? The guards kept them like right with them and shit. They were your rats. They were the ones when you and your homies were smoking trees in your cell. These were the goofy motherfuckers that stayed next door to you. And they went down there to the CO and told the CO that you was in there smoking weed. You know what I'm saying? You know these little fucking child molesting motherfuckers, man. The ones that, you know, the CEOs will treat them right, give them McDonald's and shit like that. And seeing that shit in the penitentiary, man, it taught me a lesson, man. It taught me a lesson how society views me. Because I was locked up for a violent case. I was locked up for a violent case. And I'm thinking to myself, like, damn, son. Society feels more comfortable around these child molesters and rapists than they do me. Than they do a drug dealer. You know what I'm saying? Because individuals like myself that had charges that ranged from robbery to murder, who were basically doing 10 and up, were watching these child molesters, man, who had these off the wall, fucked around cases, man, doing 4 to 5 years, going home, 7 years type shit, but doing smooth time, man. You know what I'm saying? Hiding up under the COs and shit, hiding up under the wardens. And I seen that, man. I seen that culture. And 90% of these motherfucking child molesters that I was noticing in the penitentiary were Europeans. Which basically, as the CEOs were Europeans. So that crime that side of breaking the law when it came to pedophilia and shit, I noticed that these CEOs, man, were more compassionate to them. It was more of understanding because they probably got down with it they goddamn self, or they had family members that was involved in that shit. You know what I'm saying? But I knew that shit was coming down the pipe, man. And when I stepped into society 2013, seeing the skinny jeans, seeing these street thugs roaming around, man, you know, wearing these fucking Peter Pan tights. Niggas wearing all types of colors and shit. You know what I mean? Motherfucker got on some acid wash skinny jeans with some pink Nikes, you know, and a fucking black hoodie and shit. You know what I'm saying? With his eyes waxed and shit. And he trying to tell you he's a certified goon. And this is what I talk about when you have social engineering, man. And if you don't know what social engineering is, you need to Google that up. Rambling, you know what I'm saying? Social engineering, man, is a condition to condition your mind and to condition your whole outlook on life to move a certain way. And when you outside of the box and you see that shit, you be like, wow, man, this shit is crazy. But like I said, man, the pedophilia shit is now attached itself to this LGBT and every other letter of the alphabet movement. And mark my words, man, I say by fucking 2020, 2021, you gonna be in a fucking McDonald's with your little child, which ranges from the age of fucking 5 to 7 in a ball call at McDonald's. And there's gonna be some weird ass motherfucker looking at your child and possibly attempting to try to reach out and talk to your child. And if you get violent and you get active and pop off on this motherfucker, the way society's gonna make it look like something's wrong with you. Because love is ageless. Get the fuck out of here, man. This is where we headed, man. This is where we headed, man. And to the brothers, man, that are still trapped into that gang banging lifestyle, man, I'm gonna just keep it a buck, man. The shit is dead, son. Niggas ain't gang banging no more, man. The shit is over. Motherfuckers is chasing the bag, you know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers is getting into all kinds of other shit. But I'm telling you right now, man, you don't step out of your slumber with this shit that they attempted to pass. They're gonna normalize this shit, and it's gonna have you scratching your head like, well, yeah, man, shit. You know, I guess it's alright for a 40-year-old man to be with a 5-year-old. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, shit, man. You know, you're gonna find yourself scratching your head and trying to make some type of sense and logic out of this bullshit. Wake the fuck up, man. See what's going on. I knew this shit was gonna pop, man. I knew this shit was coming down the fucking pipe, man. I knew this was, man. I knew this was, man. Remember, man, signs and symbols are for the conscious mind. And you gotta be conscious to see through this shit. You gotta be aware to see through this shit. Outside of your reality, there's a lot of things that's going on. Yes, I myself was definitely in tune with the street ethic. In tune with what my guns and my homies was doing. But at the same time, I paid attention to my surroundings. I remember at the age of 17, man, watching the news, CNN, and they had these fucking European doctors flying over there to the Philippines, man, because they was allowed to have sex with these little fucking 8 and 10-year-old boys out there. It wasn't a crime. And these were doctors. These European doctors. That you probably see every fucking day walking by you on the train and shit. Or driving by you in traffic. So if you got a 9 to 5, even in a hospital, you walk past these motherfuckers in the hospital. They treating your loved ones. Lawyers was flying out there, all types of motherfuckers, man. And 98% of these motherfuckers in these high positions that was flying out to the Philippines having sex with these kids because it was legalized out there. Still think that they superior and mentally equipped and better than you, than your black ass, or than your brown ass. You know what I'm saying? This is who the fuck you're dealing with right here. A real sick, psychotic mentality. And these Europeans, man, what they do behind closed doors, they tired of hiding that shit. They want to bring this out to the light. They want to normalize it. They want to normalize it. And that's what they're doing now. They ain't hiding nothing. And if you too fucking dumb, if you too fucking stupid, deaf, dumb, and blind to see what's going on, then this crazy shit'll blow right over your head too. And you'll find yourself in a position where you'll have some more weird motherfucker staked out in your backyard or some shit, or driving an ice cream truck in the middle of December trying to holler at your little kid. And then you're gonna have a bunch of motherfuckers caping for this weird motherfucker. I mean, motherfuckers is caping for transsexuals and shit. Why not? All that shit is weird. That's exactly what this society gonna turn into. Like I said before, man, open up your eyes, beloved. Don't fall victim to the social engineering bullshit. Wake the fuck up, man. Get out that slumber. Snowface the Rambler, man. I'm gonna continue to hit you with these ill topics, man. Raw and uncut, man. And it's all the way live, you know what I'm saying? It's pro love or no love, man. Education is the key. And awareness. Awareness is your exit, you know what I'm saying? Peace.